Hi everyone, it's Steffi K, and I am a unique presenter. And today I just wanted to go over applying my daily routine as far as the products. I will say that I do not believe that you have to use all unique products only. So I am a connoisseur of makeup, if you may. So I use a variety of things. So today I'm going to use a variety as well, but I will say my first thing in the morning is using my most amazing Awake, and this is the facial cleanser. It is remarkable. I actually like taking it into the shower and using it there because your face literally squeaks clean. And I mean that it's squeaky clean. So I think it's a great product. I highly recommend this. And then after I get out of the shower and prior to applying actual makeup, I use the Brilliant, and you can see I definitely have been using it. This is their daily moisturizer, and I will say it's unlike any other moisturizer I've ever used. It's not greasy. You know how sometimes when you put, well, most of the time when you use moisturizer and you put it on your face, you literally have to wait a couple of minutes before you apply your primer or anything else because it does take several minutes for it to soak in and not be really wet, I guess is a good word to use. But this does not have that effect at all. It's really nice. It's really kind of different. You have these little beads in here with some gel, and you get a little spoon. And what you do is you grab two little beads and some gel on a spoon, and you apply. Now, I wanted to show this demonstration, and I'm serious if I'm going to actually videotape me without any makeup on because people know me. No, I do not even go out to um, the store without any makeup on, much less put it on the internet for all to see. Anyway, but most of the presenters who I've seen do demonstrations of the makeup and the skincare are what I will refer to as whippersnappers. So I just wanted to give a demonstration for someone a little older. I'm 44. Yes, you heard me, 44. So I have some concerns that some of the 30s, girls in their 30s may not experience yet, which are wrinkles. Oh, wrinkles. Life. It's evil. Anyway, so I have these wrinkles that just torture me. I'm a big smiler, so I have lots of smile lines. And when I smile, I get these lines through here, and it literally tortures me. But I'd rather have smile lines than those frown lines. So I'll take the smile lines. Anyway, so my face is completely dry. It doesn't need to have any time between applying that and applying the primer. I will say, of all the products that Younique offers in the skincare line, my favorite thing is Glorious. Oops, Glorious. And it is the primer. And for us gals in our 40s, and really anyone um, probably at least 35 and older should definitely be wearing a primer every single day under their makeup. And what this does is it helps your foundation or your BB cream or your powder, whatever you've put on top, it helps it not soak into your pores and makes those little wrinkles look even worse. So this is a great thing. Now I will say I've used a lot of expensive primers, very similar in price to this. Some have been more expensive, some have been slightly less expensive, but this one is the bomb. It literally feels like silk, or as I say, butter. I really don't have the North accent to pull that off, but you get the idea. Um, but it is the smoothest primer I've ever used, and it's clear. And you just apply this to your entire face and your eyes. It is an eye and face primer. And literally, I go through the day and touch my face because it's just so smooth that it's so my face doesn't always feel this smooth. So it's so nice. So it prevents the makeup from building up into your pores. So this is my favorite product in the skincare line, and second favorite of all the Younique products. Only two. Can you guess? You guessed it. The 3D mascara. All right, so we've got that on. Next, I am going to do, oh, and here is the primer I previously used the last time. And you can tell I definitely used it. This is a Laura Geller Spackle tinted under makeup primer. And it did a good job, but it doesn't even come close to this feeling. Anyway, so next is where I put on my foundation or BB cream or powder, depending upon what I'm doing, how much coverage I want. Now, I will say that previous to starting with Younique, I was using every time this Makeup Forever HD. It's a high definition foundation, and this runs about $40 maybe. And it's pretty good, I'll have to say. I had then moved from there when that one was close to empty. There's still some in there, but I can never be without. So next I tried Marc Jacobs foundation, and this is a gel makeup. So it's supposed to have the same kind of effect as a primer where it doesn't go into your pores. And this is running around $50. My thoughts on this: I like it. It definitely has the coverage and it builds. You can build this foundation. However, it shows my wrinkles. That was the point of me trying something new. I don't want these wrinkles emphasized. Hello? No. So here's what I have to say. I've got the Touch Foundation, and this is the pressed powder. So it's a, pressed powder foundation. And I've also got the cream foundation Touch, both Younique. And these are foundations. What I tend to do is I actually like the look of the BB cream, and the BB cream is probably third on my favorite list. And I use the BB cream and a concealer, and this is the concealer, and it gives a great coverage. And sometimes instead of the concealer, if I don't want to have to mess with putting on loose powder, depending upon where I am and how much time I've got, I will do the BB cream and then do the pressed powder right on top. But the primer helps the powder not go into your pores. Sorry, I had a hair. But the BB cream is enough coverage. I have lots of wrinkles, lots of freckles, and sadly, when you get older, you get these stupid sunspots from being in the sun when you were younger. So, oh, and you can tell I have under eye fabulousness. Anyway, do you see what I mean? I am letting you guys see me raw. I should get paid for this. Oh, wait, I do. Okay, so next I'm going to just apply a little bit. It doesn't really take a lot, and I just put this a couple of places and rub that bad boy in. This is my first video I've ever made, and I got to say it's a bit odd to be putting my makeup on in my computer. So hopefully I'm doing an okay job. I am in my bathroom, as you can tell from the towels. So I guess I can look right here. Oh, okay. All right. You can use all kinds of things like sponges, and I have the little, what is that thing called? The little pink foundation blotter thingy. I should have had that out so I could show you. Anyway, I do happen to use my fingers. I know it's not good, and you hear people say all the time, do not use your fingers, use a brush, use anything but your fingers basically. But frankly, I have a hard time using brushes and sponges because I feel like I use way too much foundation or BB cream soaking into those products that I don't want to waste the money. That's just me. I do like good products. I will have to say I'm a fan, but I also will buy quality products that are cheap. And to show you the difference, how I mean that, is I have this Sugar Rose, and it is sugar. If you've not heard of this, you can buy it at like um, Sephora, and they know me there by name. That's how often I have visited. But this is just a moisturizing lip gloss, and this one happens to be tinted. But this little bad boy, $25. You heard me, $25. But you know what? Other than I like the smell, you know what I love even more? And I have a slight addiction to? Avon's Dew Kiss. They're like $1.50, and I keep them in every room in my house, in my pajama pants pocket, in my purse. They're everywhere. Don't believe me? Here's a stash of them that I have on hand. So when one runs out, I keep it next to my bed on my nightstand. So I apply it when I wake up. I have to have moisture on my lips at all times. So when I'm at the house, I don't obviously put on lipstick. I have on lip balm, and it just that Avon $1.50 stuff. Love it even more than this $25. So just find what you like, and you don't always have to have the expensive stuff. Quality is key, and it doesn't always cost a fortune. And you wonder if I like my lip gloss? Oopsie. That was the Younique lip gloss too, wouldn't you know? And it held up and didn't even break the cute little mirror on the side. But that just goes to show I like my stuff. Okay, so I better hurry this up. This thing will be way too long, and y'all are already sick and tired of me. Okay, so now I've got on my BB cream, and for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and put on the pressed powder. And what I like about the pressed powder and actually the cream foundation, same thing, is it comes obviously with a little spongy thing, but it comes with this handy dandy cover thing so your sponge doesn't soak up all the grease, not the grease, but the moisture from the powders, and it just, or actually from your hands to the powder, I should say, but it's connected. I love that because I always kept these little things anytime I've had powder, and I have to pick it up and hold it in my other hand, and sometimes it gets lost. So fabulous. Thank you so much. So now I'm just going to go and do a brief, I'm going to look over here, sorry. Just really doing a quick coverage, and you can see it just helps take the shine. I know that dewy is all in, but I have to tell you, when you get to my age, the foundations that are dewy and help your skin glow, you just look oily at this age. It's not a good look. So I appreciate the powder to kind of help that, but I usually don't wear pressed powder. And when I do, it's the expensive ones, but I try not to too often because they emphasize the wrinkles, especially around the eyes. That's the one thing I like about this primer. It helps not do that. So I'm not terribly crying over the wrinkles at this point. Okay, so next I am going to do my, this is actually considered more like a highlighter than a concealer, but it's kind of both. This is from Benefit. Like I said, I utilize both. Let me get that zit. Ugh. One thing about getting older, I never really had pimples growing up, and I tortured my sister who did, and I've had payback ever since because as you get to my age, as you get older, you have this adult acne. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it wasn't a good one. Okay, next. I'm going to kind of stop here because I have been, well, talking a lot. And so I'm going to pause this, put on my brows. I use Anastasia. I have the powdered Anastasia. And then I just recently got this cool Anastasia dip brow. Um, it's pretty cool. It's kind of a cream. And it's called a pigment as well. So here it is. And this is actually much darker than I normally wear because as you can tell, I'm blonde. A natural blonde with some highlights, but my eyebrows are really light. So this is when I want to do less makeup, but more of a dramatic look. This is an auburn, and so it darkens my eyebrows to a really pretty reddish color. So not going to do that today for this purpose, but I'm going to pause and kind of finish up the eyebrows, and then we can get started again. All right, be right back.